Hello everyone, welcome to Amin Maths Club. So today we have an exponential equation that x to the power 6 is equal to x to 6 raised to the power 6. So we have to find the value of x. So now we are going to start our solution. So first of all, we are going to write that x raised to the power 6 is equal to 6 raised to the power 6. So now shifting this 6 raised to the power 6 to left hand side, then we get x raised to the power 6 minus 6 raised to the power 6, which is equal to 0. So now we can see that here we are going to just write that in power of an exponential law that we know that. So we can write it like x 3 times 2 minus 6. We can write 6 like this, 3 times 2, so which is equal to 0. So using exponential law that we know that if x a raised to the power m times n, then it can be written as a raised to the power m whole power n. So now x 3 times 2 can be written as like x 3 whole square minus 6 3 whole square, which is equal to 0. Now using that simple formula of algebra, that we know that a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So applying this formula, then we get this equation implies that x cube plus 6 cube times x cube minus 6 cube, which is equal to 0. So now here x cube plus 6 cube, it is also an algebraic formula, which is a cube plus b cube. So we are going to write it like using the formula that if we have a cube plus b cube, then we can write a plus b times a square and a product of a and b. So plus here it is minus sign, so a times b plus b square. Now similarly it is same for a cube minus b cube, which is equal to a minus b times a square plus a into b plus b square. So these are basic algebra formulas. So now applying these formulas in this equation, then we get that x here x plus 6, here x cube plus 6 cube, which is equal to x plus 6 times x square minus 6 into x plus 6 square. So here we can write this x cube minus 6 cube as x minus 6 into x square plus 6 times x plus 6 square, which is equal to 0, So now we are going to write it like as that x plus 6 times x square minus 6x plus 36, 6 square is equal to 36. It is also equal to 0. So we are going to write this equation, that equation number 1. Similarly, we are going to write this one, that is x minus 6, that is x minus 6 times x square plus 6x plus 36, which is equal to 0. So here it is our second equation. We are just write these two equation and equal to 0 and named these equation. So now we are going to find out the result of x for equation 1, and similarly after that we will have to find the value of x from equation 2. So now using equation 1, so now recall equation 1, call equation 1. Here equation 1 is x plus 6 times x square minus 6x plus 36, is equal to 0, and we know that x plus 6 is also equal to 0, and similarly this one is also equal to 0. So first x plus 6 is equal to 0, and x square minus 6x plus 36 is also equal to 0. Here we see that x is equal to minus 6. So it is the real solution of x that we have find x is equal to minus 6. So it is our first answer, and we also can write it is just say it is value of x1. So similarly we are going to write this x square minus 6x plus 36. So we know that by quadratic formula here the value of a is 1, coefficient of x square is 1. So b is that coefficient of x is minus 6, and similarly c is equal to 36. So now we are applying the quadratic formula, which is x is equal to minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4 times a times c divided by 2 times a. So it is our quadratic formula. Now we are going to put the values in this formula. Here x is equal to that minus b is 6, so minus minus plus we can write it like 6 plus minus b square, which is equal to that 6 square. 6 square we know that, but we can just write minus 6 square, and minus 4 times a is 1 and c is 36. So whole divided by 2 times a, the value of a is 1. So next step is x is equal to 6 plus minus. Here we know that if the power is even, then this will be positive. So 6 6 are 36, which is equal to that 36 square root minus 4 1 is 4, and then 36 whole divided by 2 into 1, which is equal to 2. So now x is equal to 6 plus minus, we are just taking common, and we know that here is 36 and 36 is common. So 36 taking common, here 1 minus 4 divided by 2. So now x is equal to 6 plus minus that 36, and we are going to write it for minus 4 plus 1 is equal to minus 3. So we can write it like minus 3 square root, minus 3 square root. So now divide by 2. Here x is equal to 6 plus minus square root of 36 is equal to 6, and similarly here it is minus 3. So minus 3 is basically, it can be written as that 3 square root times minus 1. So it is also equal to that, as we know that the value of minus 1 is equal to that iota square. So 3 iota square square root, and square of iota square root is equal to I. So we can write it that minus 3 square root is equal to 3 square root I, and we know that I is iota. So here times 3 square root I divided by 2. Now we are going just to take common 2 from this one. So x is equal to 2. It is here 3 plus minus 3 square root of 3i divided by 2. So cancelling 2 with 2, then we get x is equal to 3 plus minus 3 square root of 3i. So these are our values of x, and we can write it like 2. It is value, there are two values, so we can write it like it is the value of x2 comma x3. So these are two values of x, which is actually it is complex solution. So now we are going to find out the value of x from this equation number 2. So writing equation number 2 and just starting to solve this. So here our equation number 2 is x minus 6 times x square plus 6 times x plus 36. So we are just recalling our equation number 2. So it is our equation number 2 that recall equation 2. So now we are going to find out the solution of x. Here, as we know that x minus 6 is equal to 0, and similarly x square plus 6x plus 36 is also equal to 0. So now x is equal to 6. It is a real solution of x, which is, as we know that it is value of x4. So now we are going to solve this one, x square plus 6x plus 36. So now x square plus 6x plus 36 is equal to 0. We are also going to apply quadratic formula, which is a is equal to 1 value of a, and similarly value of b is 6 and value of c is 36. So now using quadratic formula, which is x is equal to minus b plus minus square root that b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2 times a. So now putting values, then we get x is equal to, here it is value of b is 6, so it is minus 6 plus minus square of 6 is 36, so minus 4 times a is 1 and c is 36 whole divided by 2a. Here we are going to write x is equal to minus 6 plus minus that minus 6 plus minus, just taking common, which is 36, and here we know that it is equal to 1 and minus it is equal to 4, so whole divided by 2, the value of a is 1. So now x is equal to minus 6 plus minus that 36 square root, and it is equal to minus 3 square root divided by 2. So now x is equal to minus 6 plus minus square root of 36 is equal to 6, and it is equal to that 3 square root I divided by 2. Now just stacking 2 common, then we get minus 2, it is 3, and plus minus it is also 3 square root of 3i divided by 2. So cancelling 2 with 2, then we get that minus 3 plus minus 3 square root of 3i divided, sorry, not divided, it is the minus 3 plus minus 3 index 3 square root I x. So these are actually values of x, and we just write it, that value of x5 and x6. So these are actually 6 values of x, and now we are going to write it like as we know that our complete solution is like that it is value of x4, and similarly we have find the value of x2, which is this one, x2 and x3, and now we have just find out the value of that x1, so it is x1. So now our final solution is actually the real values and the imaginary values. So our real values actually two values we have find out, that is x1 is equal to minus 6, and similarly we have other values that we just find out that x2 and x3 is also we have the solution, complex solution. So x4 is our x4 is equal to 6. So these are our that real values, these are our real solution, and similarly we just write our complex solution. So our complex solution is that complex values of x is actually that x2 and x3. So x2 time into x3, x2 and x3 is equal to 3 plus minus 3 index 3 square root I, and similarly x5 and x6, these the values of minus 3 plus minus 3 square root of I. So these are our values that we just find out. Hope you will understand this. So now thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Keep smiling, keep growing. Thanks, goodbye.